Hi, this is Alyssa with Party Products USA, and I am here today to show you how to make the kit that you purchased for your Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse centerpiece. So this is the linking balloon centerpiece, which means that it has a linking balloon in the center. And these are super cute. Here's the Minnie Mouse and the polka dots. And here is the Mickey Mouse front side and back side. So these go really well. They're about 3 feet tall, and they are a great addition to any party, especially a gift table, a cake table, candy table, just so much fun. So the one that we're doing today is going to be the zebra print. So we're using that variation, and it'll be super cute. So you should have received your kit by now, and in it you will have everything but your hand pump and your flat iron and your scissors. You're going to need these 3 items, so if you wouldn't mind grabbing them now, pause the video if you need, and then come on back. So when we make this, you also want to fill one of your black balloons with water. Now this is a good quality balloon, so it's not going to pop like your average water balloon, so it makes a great weight. You could also fill it with sand if you're worried about the water. Okay, now Minnie Mouse always has hot pink feet, just like how Mickey Mouse always has the yellow feet. So we're going to start by learning how to make a quad of balloons. We're going to fill these balloons all to the same size, which is about 4 inches for the bottom row, and we're going to do 4 pumps with our Qualtex balloon pump, and you count when you go both in and out with this pump because it's a dual air pump, which means it inflates both ways. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The most important part, no matter what pump you use or if you're using your mouth, is that you want the 2 balloons to be the same size. So you have to make sure that you open and close all the way, and if you say go too far, what you do is you hold your balloons together and you just let a little bit of air out. And then we're going to tie the necks of the 2 balloons together nice and tight, so if you pull them, they don't come apart. Sometimes I pull them and it goes not as much fun. Let's do that again. 4 pumps. Again, maybe more or less pumps if you are using a pump other than the purple or green dual air pump. So this is called a duplet. Now we have 2 duplets. What we're going to do is make this quad. So we cross it in the center, and you just cross it every which way around the neck, just so that you make that little shape. Put this down. We're going to do our second row now, which is the legs. So we're going to make it slightly smaller and use the black. So we're doing 3 pumps this time. Again, tie them together in a what? Right, duplet. Then we tie these together. And form a quad. Now what we're going to do is nest these balloons together. When you nest them, you have the big row on top, the small on the bottom, and you just make it so that it fits in between the crevices. So let's tie our water balloon into the bottom row. Going to weave it around a couple times and pull up one of your nozzles and tie it to the nozzle nice and tight. Double knot that, and then see that it's just sitting there right in the center. Now we're going to take again one of our nozzles for the black and pull up the pink nozzle. We're going to tie it together. So now it's nice and attached. It's not going to come apart. Very, very tight. Let's go ahead and fill our linking balloon. So this is the zebra print link-a-loon. We're going to fill it to about 9 inches. When you measure the linking balloons, you want to measure it from tip to tail, so from end to end. I'm going to tie this. I always stretch when I tie, instead of tying it real close, so that way if you put it outside or somewhere that it's warm, if it expands, it's not going to pop. I'm going to take this and again tie it to the nozzle on the black balloon. I like to just twist it underneath one to lock it into place. So see, we have our 2 rows and then our little body piece. We also have little zebra heads, and then you can put a zebra head on top. And then you have a wild animal centerpiece, just, you know, a safari theme going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the rest of the body then. So we're going to use hot pink for her upper body. We're going to inflate the first row to 3. These do give you about 1 inch across diameter for every pump with this balloon pump. Otherwise, what you want to do is just make sure that you get the first one, and you want to go down about 1 inch in size for each row so you can just generally see it shrink down. Give it some good shape. Whether it's 4 inches or 4.5 isn't going to matter as much as that all the balloons in the row are the same size. That's the critical part. Okay, so we have 1 more quad. So this one we're going to do to 2. To show you an alternate way to tie this if you don't like tying it to the bottom. No, I told you all to get your scissors, but I found them. Lost mine. So I'm going to cut off a little piece of this, about 2 inches. And the other option, if you don't like tying the nozzles together, is to stretch this balloon, leave it down, leave it up. The 160Q is the thinner of the 2 balloons that I gave you. It'll also be the colored one. The black one is going to be for that. So this way you still get the same effect. It's tying the nozzles, but some people like to just do this instead. They find it a little bit easier. Either one works. It works exactly the same. So just choose the best method for you. I'm going to use the black for her neck, so we're just going to do 1 pump. I hope that you all turn that flat iron on. If not, turn it on now. Speaking of, I'm going to tie this. I'm going to tie it to either the nozzle or to the other balloon that I tied in there. And I bet you're wondering, why did we only use 2 this time? It's because we're going to have arms come out of the side for the other one. So we're going to have the 2 balloons for the front and back of the neck, and then the 2 arms will come out. So now let's get your Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse little foil balloon. This is air filled. We're going to have the nozzle right there on the top. So put your balloon pump in there. You're going to slowly inflate it. Now, when you inflate this balloon all the way, it still has seams on the side. And it's also just a tiny bit soft. Again, that's so that if you put it outside or if the temperature increases a lot, you know how balloons just go up in the winter because it gets cold, because the molecules stop moving around so fast? Opposite happens when you bring it outside or put it in a hot car, where they start moving faster and faster, and it makes it expand, and then that's what pops your balloons in the heat. So you always want to make sure that you leave a little tiny bit of room for expansion. You also want to squeeze it at the neck and have no wrinkles down here. If there's any wrinkles, then it's going to seal with the wrinkle, and then the air will leak through. So once it's nice and flat, you just take your heat sealer, and I just heat seal it in a few places all the way down. What I'm actually doing with my flat iron is I'm melting the 2 inside parts of the foil together. So when I let go, it's just all melted together on the bottom. See how that's nice and flat. And I'm going to cut off another 2-inch piece. Just tie it around. Sweep it through. I went down 2 rows of balloons. And don't worry, their head's not going to sit straight right now. Minnie, put your head on straight. Got some pop balloons. So you have those nested between, and then she's going to be nested there. Okay, so let's get our 260, which is 2 inches wide, 60 inches long when you inflate it, in black. This is for the arms. I like to fill it up to the end and then let out air until I have about 1 or 2 inches on the end. Because that way the whole part is soft, which means that it's not going to pop. So we're going to do 2 pinch twists. The way that we do pinch twist is you bend about 1 inch, pinch, and twist. I know. Now you're going to take this little nozzle and feed it in between, because that locks it into place. Otherwise it'll go and spin and undo. So again, 1 more, and then you lock them into place by wrapping the nozzle around it, just like that. Squeeze the air to the top. We're going to do the same. 1 inch. Sorry. Grab your little end. Squeeze it through. That's what happens if you don't get it locked. Pinch twist them around, and lock it into place. So now we're going to measure and find the center. And we're going to twist in the center. So we'll twist and bend it. This may seem dumb, but what it does is it makes it so the arms stay bent. Put it on balloons, lock it into place, and now Minnie's head is going to stay on straight. This also makes a cute little just tabletop centerpiece base if you're looking for some tall and some low for your tables. So you could have these on your table, the little mini base, because people can see over it. And then you could have these on your cake tables and on your fancy tables. So let's take the nozzle. We're going to attach it to this balloon. By tying them together. Oh, look how cute that is. Leopard Minnie. Sorry, zebra Minnie. And I always put the little barcode in the back. Almost done. You can be done now if you want to. If you want to look really, really finished, then there's one more step that I always do where we add the gloves on for the hands. Sorry. So this gets 1 pump. You want to tie it all the way at the end of the balloon. So you have stretch and tie it down here, not down here. The reason why, see how there's a little piece that sticks up so that we can squeeze it and twist it. So we're going to make it more into a hand that has 2 pieces instead of just a round ball. Just has that little extra detail. You take that nozzle and squeeze it around. Locks it into place. So again, pump it, stretch it, tie it, squeeze it, twist it, wrap it, and leave it. And here you go. Now you have your finished product with your Minnie Mouse zebra print, our Minnie Mouse polka dots, and who's the leader? All the clothes is made for you and me. You're Mickey Mouse. All right there. So thank you for watching. Leave us a comment if you have any questions, or else send us an email. We hope to see you more for more balloon kits. Thank you.